of the program. Our salutatory and valedictory will be the first two speakers, followed by our principal, Mr. Hoyt. Just for everybody's knowledge, the restrooms are located behind the snack stand in the Board of Education building. We do have water. We have tubs of water in front of the snack stand for anybody who would like one. Also, seated until the graduates exit the field. Family and friends, you could meet our graduates at the end on our practice football field. Thank you for all of your support throughout the years, and let's enjoy today. We're lighting the candle, Sarge. 2 minutes. Please rise as the Union High School's nationally ranked JROTC Color Guard presents the colors.
Just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today. 'Cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing as the senior members of our Union High School choir lead us in our national anthem.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous
ahead. You may be seated. At this time, I would like to introduce our first speaker, the 2021 salutatorian, Nicholas Vasquez.
All right, if I have wardrobe malfunctions during this, I'm really sorry. It's kind of windy. But good morning, everyone, and welcome to Union High School's 139th commencement. My name is Nico Vasquez, and I am this year's salutatorian. Before anything else, let's have a huge round of applause for the class of 2021. I think it is safe to say that the legacy we will leave behind after we graduate today is one that will live on forever. We have endured a high school experience unlike any other. When we walked into the doors of Union High School on our first day, I'm sure the last thing on our minds was that we would face a global pandemic that would cause us to lose so many of the high school experiences we were so eager to have as young freshmen. As I was writing this speech, I contemplated even talking about COVID-19. It is not news to anyone that this past year and 3 months has been one of the hardest times we will most likely have to ever go through in our lives. This pandemic has affected so many people around the world and caused so much heartache and grief. However, though it is important to acknowledge the hardships we have faced as a global society, I truly believe it is just as important to see the positivity that has come out of this situation. As cliche as it may sound, we have to look to the bright side and look at the ways this has made us all come together. We live in a world that is flooded with negativity, day in and day out. There is not a day where you can turn on the TV, listen to the news, and hear purely good things. We have to hold the positivity and love in our lives close to us and cherish them, as they are beautiful things to keep us going in this flawed world. To the people I love, my parents, thank you for showing me what it is to fight hard for what you want in life. Getting to this point and achieving the success I have had has definitely not been easy, but it pales in comparison to the sacrifices and hardships my parents went through to get me to this point today. To my mom, the most beautiful and hardworking woman I know. She came to this country not knowing an ounce of English. She made the trip from Colombia to the United States in hopes of giving my brother and I a better life and more opportunities. She battled through people telling her she would never make it, people who said she should go back to where she came from, and people who did not believe she could be successful because she only spoke a foreign language. As the strong woman she is, she persevered and paid those people no mind. Through her time in the US, she became fluent in English, earned her bachelor's and master's degree, and is now a bilingual speech pathologist. She has shown me that there is no obstacle too great. She defeated the odds, and I look up to her every day for it. To my father, you are and will forever be the strength that keeps me going every day. When I found out that my father was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in the summer of 2019, my family and I's worlds were turned upside down. I stayed up countless nights thinking about how his cancer would affect his life. Despite such shocking news, my father stood strong in his faith and in his belief that everything happens for a reason. I'll never know why he got cancer, but what I do know is that my family and I are so much stronger because of it. He has been through 2 surgeries and many rounds of chemotherapy. I'm happy to say that he is in good health and has gotten so much better. He has shown me that when life throws curveballs at you, you must stay strong. My father has taught me that life's complexity is what makes being human so beautiful, and I am forever thankful for that. Papi, you are a fighter, and I know you will be there to see me graduate from Harvard University in the next 4 years. As we reflect on our time at Union High School, it is important to note all of the events that have gone on around us through these past years. We must remember names like George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and so many other names that go unnoticed because of racial prejudices that still exist in this country. In 2020, the world came together to fight for Black lives and Black voices. Though society has made major steps in the right direction, we are nowhere near having the equality that minorities in this country deserve. I want you to always remember that we have the power to make a change in this world, and we can be a part of the solution. Through peaceful protests and awareness, we can make our voices heard. We must never stay complacent. We have to continue fighting for Black lives, fighting against the surge in Asian hate crimes around this country, fighting for action when it comes to climate change, fighting for the lives of the LGBTQ+ community, and fighting for what we believe is right. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "True peace is not merely the absence of tension, it is the presence of justice." I wanted to take this time to thank the friends, teachers, faculty, and administration that have made our high school experiences so great. To all of the people and friends we have shared these past 4 years with, thank you for creating memories that will last with us for a lifetime. To Lucas, Kathy, and Lorenz, thank you for being the rocks I know I can always lean on. To the teachers who have made our time at UHS so fulfilling, we thank you endlessly for all you have done. And finally, to the class of 2021, you should be so proud of yourselves. When times got tough, we pushed through and made it to this point today. I can't wait to see what you guys do and how you guys change the world in the future. I want to leave you with this lyric from one of my favorite songs. Remember to be thankful for every day that we're given, both the easy and the hard ones we're living. Thank you.
Thank you, Nico. Our second speaker today is our valedictorian. I'd like to welcome up to the stage Dylan DeFelipe.
When I was younger, I never understood what made high school graduations such a dramatic day for people. As an underclassman, I'd be confused when I would see graduating seniors crying, and I would think to myself, it's only high school, and life goes on anyways. I was the type of kid who all I ever wanted was to graduate high school already and move on with my life, as I'm sure some of you at this point might feel also. But now that I'm a graduating senior, I have a change of heart, and today actually feels kind of sad and hard to leave. This new feeling reminds me of how I felt when I finished my favorite TV series of all time, The Office. And in that sad ending, I remember a quote that put this graduation right into perspective for me. That quote was from Andy Bernard, and he said, "I wish there was a way to know you're in the good old days before you've actually left them." So for those of you who are sad about today, that's okay, and it's normal to be upset because we only graduate high school once in our lives. And the reality is that we will never speak to a lot of these people ever again. And for those of you who are not sad, maybe someday you will be. Right now you might feel the most excited you've ever been to finally leave. But after the ceremony is over and all the energy dies down a couple of days later, the post-graduation sadness might finally hit you, and you'll find yourself missing all the good old days at Union High School. Now that I get to my main message, you should know up front that this is not a motivational speech. I can't stand here and tell all of you how important it is to work hard, because I'm sure we all have been told that hundreds of times. Hard work has always been a constant in my life, so I can't help but feel like I'm talking to Captain Obvious whenever someone tells me to simply work hard as a piece of life advice. But I wish people talked more about something else. I wish people talked more about these potential mistakes that can so easily become one of the biggest regrets people have in their lives. Many young people tend to overlook this very simple and straightforward life lesson, and then they regret it once they get older. So the lesson I want to share with you all is that hard work should be paired with the appreciation of the journey. We have to learn how to find value in the journey and not just the destination. Sometimes people work so hard in life because all they want to do is reach a certain destination. And for many of us with big dreams, the road to that level of success is often long and difficult. Because of that, a lot of people make the mistake of deferring and postponing their happiness until they reach their desired destination. Even though the majority of our life will be spent working towards our goals rather than actually achieving them, some people think that they can never be satisfied with their life until they reach that certain goal or destination. We are often raised to believe that the pattern of life is to work hard so then you can be successful, and once you're successful, then you can be happy. But I actually don't believe in this mentality that tells us to suffer now and enjoy later. You see, everyone loves to talk about the final destination in life as if that is all that matters, and sometimes you get too focused on achieving the next milestone. Sometimes people think how great and amazing their life will finally be once they reach that one final destination that they've been working so hard towards, and it will mark the end to all their problems. Perhaps some of you right now might be thinking that life will become near perfect once you get out of Union High School and start life with a new sense of independence. Well, unfortunately, that is not true because life only gets harder. Once we reach a new destination, then life will just introduce us to a whole new set of problems and stresses. When people are in high school, they stress about getting into college. When they're in college, they stress about getting into graduate school. Then they stress about getting a job. Then they stress about getting a promotion. Then they stress about when they can finally retire. And just like that, in the blink of an eye, their youth is gone. And that is honestly terrifying. But that is not how I want my life to be, and neither should you. We are young and we have our entire lives ahead of us. I don't want my life to be a continuous cycle, constantly stressed about the next step in life and let my life flash by without taking the chance to fully enjoy the moment and find value in every single journey. From this, we learn that you cannot expect the destination to be any less miserable if you hated every step of the journey to get there. You can choose to find value in the journey, or you can choose to put living life on hold, awaiting the destination. We have to realize that every journey in our life will never be picture perfect. Every stage in our life will inevitably have troubles of its own. But despite all the shortcomings, difficulties, and disappointments that we face, we should never let the bad distract us from what is good. An idiom that speaks volumes is that we think the grass is always greener on the other side. It is human nature for us to constantly look for something more. When we find ourselves in circumstances we believe to be bad, we try to look for things that can replace all the bad and add goodness to our lives. But even then, we can have everything we ever wanted, but we are still looking for something better. We don't realize what we have until those things are gone, and we look past the most valuable things that are right in front of us because we are constantly searching for more. I'm sure we all have our own complaints about Union High School, but despite all the flaws and the things about this place I do not like, I will be leaving my journey at Union High School in good memory and in remembrance of all the fun I had here and all the treasured memories I made with people. And I encourage all of you to do the same. I know that Union High School has a bad reputation sometimes, but I hope someday that can change. No school is perfect, and the main focus of today should not be about the negativity, disappointments, or things you wished Union High School did better. Although we cannot change the past, we have a choice on how we want to reflect. We can choose to live in bitterness, or we can choose to live in gratitude. We can choose to live in resentment, or we can choose to live in forgiveness. I cannot control how you feel about today, but hopefully you let this graduation be a day of appreciation for all the good that has come out of this place. When you begin this next journey in your life, never let a couple of bitter memories minimize your appreciation for all the valuable things that are right in front of you. This is the universal message that goes for all the journeys you go through and for all the people you meet in your life. So before today ends, don't forget to thank your family, friends, teachers, classmates, teammates, coaches, and everyone else who made this incredible high school journey. Thank you, Mom, Dad. Thank you to my brother. And most importantly, thank you, God, for making all of this possible. So to the class of 2021, remember to find value in every single journey. Let today be the start of your learning process for finding your reasons that will make your journeys meaningful to you. Even if it won't be for another 15, 20, 30, or even more years until you start living your dream life, that length of time should not intimidate you because not everything is about the destination. So don't try to rush through life. Union High School was not perfect. And if there's one final message I want to leave to Union High School, it is that moving forward, I hope this place becomes a community that better pushes its students towards academic excellence rather than mediocrity. But overall, I'm going to miss this place because I had a lot of fun and made amazing memories. And I wish there was a way to know you're in the good old days before you've actually left them. Goodbye to this journey at Union High School, and have a great summer, guys. Thank you.
Great job. All right, thank you, Dylan. So our next speaker, I think all of you know him, it's our principal, Mr. Mark Hoyt.
Good morning. Good morning, parents, families, friends, loved ones, Board of Education members, Mr. Benequista, administration, faculty, staff, and most importantly, the Union High School class of 2021. It is an honor and a privilege to be speaking to all of you today. Last year, due to COVID-19, I was relegated to watching on the television. Oh, okay. Can you hear me now? Last year, I was relegated to watching the graduation ceremony on TV 34. So I am monumentally thrilled to be here today, delivering my first address as principal at Union High School. As I stand here, I can't help but ponder a widely underreported side effect of this pandemic. It would appear that COVID-19 has caused a small tear in the space-time continuum, the effect of which is that while many of my former Washington School pre-K students are finishing their end of their high school careers, I clearly have stayed exactly the same age as I was when they began. While I thought about what to say, I was acutely aware that no one in attendance here is here to see me or to hear what I have to say. With that in mind, my remarks will be brief. After all, what could I possibly say in this speech that would teach students anything that they haven't already learned from their parents, their families, and their education? Instead of offering a series of cliches and platitudes and filling my speech with words like unprecedented, pandemic, difficult, I will ask you, the graduates, to do something for me. Always consider your actions as you move forward with your education and careers. It is easy to underestimate the effect that your words and actions have on another person's life or their attitude. Small gestures and actions can have either a negative or positive effect on others. 35 years ago, when I was a high school student, a peer, one of my peers, seemed to take joy in his attempts to make my high school experience unpleasant. While he was not entirely successful in his efforts, here I am, 35 years later, with lingering resentment towards him. I do not know if he realized, or cared for that matter, that his small actions would create a legacy, in my mind anyway, of the content of his character. Conversely, small gestures of kindness, regardless of how insignificant they may seem to you, can have a huge impact on others in a positive way. Today I'm wearing a tie and a pair of cufflinks, tokens of appreciation from what are now 2 former students. I don't know that Matthew or Tiana were aware of the impact that these tokens would have on me or how they would brighten my day. I was overwhelmed by the thoughtfulness of these gestures as I spoke to my families and friends, and will treasure them always. For that, I simply say, Matthew, Tiana, thank you. All of you have the power to make positive changes in the lives of those that you encounter and in the world. In a world where you can choose to be anything, choose kind. Choose to have a positive impact on people's lives and look for the good in others and in the world around you. I will miss you all and look forward to hearing about all the greatness that you achieve. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Our next speaker is the current president of our Board of Education, Mr. Ronnie McDowell.
Good morning. Life lesson. Don't let your phone sit in the sun too long. Everything disappears. Can you hear me now? On behalf of the Board of Education, the Township of Union, I want to congratulate all the students, the class of 2021. Way to go. And I will be brief because I don't want you to forget what Nico and Dylan said. So important. Great job, guys. Great job. Just a couple of pieces of advice as you move forward in life. One thing is, since you've graduated, you are probably making your parents very happy. You want to make them even happier? Become independent. That's no joke, that's serious. They are looking forward to you taking care of yourselves. That's what they trained you for, that's what they taught you for, that's what Union High School is for you to become independent, standing on your own. The other piece of advice I have is don't waste this opportunity. Don't waste your life. You got a lot in front of you, take advantage of it, and as someone said earlier, it's not the destination that you're trying to get to, it's the journey that you enjoy along the way. So don't waste your life trying to attain material things, try to attain relationships and knowledge. The last piece of advice I have for you is that time flies. The days are long, but the years are short. And I'm a witness to that because it's hard to believe, but 50 years ago, half a century ago, I was sitting where you are. And believe me, time flies. You have no idea. So once again, on behalf of our Board of Education, do well, congratulations, keep up the fight, and you will succeed. God bless.
Hi, this time I'd like to welcome to the stage our keynote speaker, a former graduate of Union High School, class of 2015, France Charles.
Hello, does everybody hear me? Excellent. Okay. All right. Hello? Okay. I want to first thank the Board of Ed, every teacher, Mr. Hoyt, thank you for this opportunity. Moments like these are very important, and I'm glad to have this opportunity. So for those who don't know me, I'm France Charles. I'm an author, and I'm doing what I love. I'm living a dream job that people usually say a dream job is just something that's a dream. But I'm a living testimony to say I'm living my dream job and I'm enjoying it. But I also want to thank God as well for blessing me and putting me here. Union High School is blessed to have you all because many graduates leaving this stadium today will be great in the eyes of the world in due time. What the rest of the world doesn't know is you're already great. Greatness can't be caught, it's already inside of you. And that's the honest truth. Greatness is already inside of you, and many great people are on this field. Take this moment. This is really the beginning. This is where it starts. I know they say that in middle school, this is the beginning, in high school, this is the beginning, but this is really the beginning. You're setting the foundation of your life. And I remember my gym teacher said this to me back when I was in Union High School. Honestly, don't feel beat up if you're going to community college or you're going to the college you wanted to go but you're not going, or out of state or college in state. It doesn't matter where you start, it matters how you finish. And that's the God honest truth. So don't feel bad. Don't. I started in UCC and then I went on to William Patterson, and now at 25, I have my first book set to be a movie and my second book set to be with Disney. So, honestly, you guys, greatness is inside of you, really. Greatness is inside of you. I remember starting my journey, and really I really want to start today with getting to know yourself. And I know people say, I know me, I know who I am, but really take the time to know yourself and know, what do I love? What is my purpose? What was I put on this earth for? So get the time, yes, have fun, but be responsible and say, what is the lifetime goal? What am I here for? What do I love doing? And set a plan for that. Once you have a vision for your life, I believe a vision is a GPS. A vision, you know where to go once you have a vision of your life. Have a purpose and know the why behind that purpose, because tough times are gonna come and life is gonna try to see, do you really want what you're asking for? So have a why behind that purpose, because when tough times come, you're gonna need to depend on that. To say, you know what, I'm doing this because of this. I'm doing this because my mother, I'm doing this because of that. It's not just because I like it or for the money, but have a real purpose behind it. So the foundation really is know your why and get to know you. Find that purpose and that vision comes. And once you have a vision, self-discipline comes. And self-discipline is, you know what, I know I'm addicted to social media. I'm gonna cut off social media just so I can get to where I need to be. That's self-discipline, being consistent on where you have to do. Because guys, along the way, people are gonna give up, and it happens. And that's why my favorite quote is, many are called, but a few are chosen. And the chosen ones are just those, they're no different from the called, but the chosen ones are the ones who are persistent, the ones who have a goal, the ones who are, through hell and high water, I'm gonna get it done. And that's really what it is, just focusing and achieving greatness. Honestly, for me, it started back in 2012. When I was 16, and I had a vision for this book, and even when I ran or even when I showered or daydreamed, this vision of this story came to my head, and there was a purpose behind it. And every trial I went through, I put it into the characters, and so that when young adults read it, they can relate and learn from it. But it started in 2012, and I ended up finally getting it published in 2020, 8 years later. 8 years, and that's a long time. And so I thank Union High School, because Union High School at the time, back in 2014, had this class called Young Adult Fiction. The teacher at the time was Miss Mangarella, and I thank God for her life, because it helped me become a better writer. And then later, I did programs and failed, and I kept the faith, I kept the vision, and every time I failed, I said, you know what? We're gonna do this plan. You know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Life is gonna try you. Whenever it's something that you really want, it's gonna be difficult, but if you're persistent, it's gonna happen. And it happened 8 years later, and I'm here. Everything I wrote down ended up coming to pass. So take this time during the summer, get to know you, write down the vision, and work on it. Some people say, hey, we're gonna go party, we're gonna do this. Yeah, have fun, but make sure you're doing what you need to do. Because greatness isn't free, greatness is not on sale. Greatness has a cost, and that cost is sometimes sacrificing late nights. I'm telling you, ask your parents, it ain't easy, but you work hard and be persistent, it's gonna happen. That's really what I want to say. And that's it. God bless, and it's a pleasure.
Can this go up? No.
Thank you again, Mr. Charles. At this time, I'd like to introduce our superintendent, Mr. Gerald Benaquista.
Good morning. Please join me once again in congratulating our 2021 Union High School graduating class. Today is certainly an exciting day, not only for the students, but for our entire school community. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Board of Education, administration, teachers, support staff who are here this morning and who are involved in preparation of this celebration. I would also like to especially recognize the efforts put forth by Union High School administration, Mr. Vinny Rotino, Ms. Kim Oste, Mr. Terrell Ruddy, and as you guys know, Mr. Hoyt, Union High School principal, and also the entire staff who have worked tirelessly this year to provide in-person learning, virtual learning, and especially this in-person ceremony after a challenging year. So thank you all very much. I would also like to congratulate and thank the parents for ongoing support, patience, and the encouragement you have provided your children so that they can reach their goals. I am sure many of you reflected on your child's education over the past few days and also realized how far they have come. I am sure you are proud, and today's ceremony also symbolizes your commitment. Students, please join me in recognizing your parents in a round of applause. "2021 graduates, how amazing it is that we can be here together today, sharing this moment with your loved ones. You have all come a long way over the past 4 years, facing and persevering over things that you could never have imagined. While the past 2 years have been non-traditional, to say the least, these recent experiences have challenged every one of you while giving you the ability to overcome the challenges by accomplishing this goal of being here today. This speaks volumes about who you will or what you will accomplish in the future. The class of 2021 will forever be a group of people who possess unique characteristics different from those who have graduated before and after you. The class of 2021 will be noticed for your determination, your adaptability, and your commitment to face daunting uncertainty. Your ability to overcome these challenges of social distancing, virtual learning, and a global pandemic will become assets as you move on to your future endeavors. And although the last 2 years may not have been what you imagined, I hope you can think back on many great memories throughout your time in the Township of Union Public Schools. You may have made lifelong friendships, discovered great passions in the walls of these schools, just as the pandemic has instilled in you numerous great qualities that will shape you in the future. Union, too, will always be part of who you are. As you embark on this new journey and getting ready to step into a new phase of your lives, remember all you have overcome, all that you had to endure. This class has experienced more than any class before. This made you stronger. This has taught you, all of you, that you can face unprecedented times and still come out on top. This memory today will be one you hold on to forever. And like Nico said, I believe that this class, the class of 2021, is prepared to change the world. I wish all of you the best in everything you do in the future, and will always have a home here in Union. Once again, congratulations to the 2021 Union High School graduating class. Board President McDowell and the members of the Township of Union Board of Education, at this time, I certify that these students have met the graduation requirements set forth by the state of New Jersey and the Township of Union Board of Education, and hereby authorize the awarding of diplomas to the Union High School class of 2021.
Class of 2021. Maroon, row 1. Valedictorian, Dylan Carlos Di Felipe. Salutatorian, Nicholas A. Vasquez. Ahmed Abarati. Karina Acosta. Amal Adams. Ashan Adams Glover. Abigail Adebayo. Nanadarko Adamauco. Brandon Aguilar. Sumto Agulefo. Hinley Alcindor. Aaron Alexander. Allens Alexander. Maroon, row 2. Gabriel Alexander. Sebastian Alfaro Morera. Faika Ali. Denasia Ali Cook. Carl Justin Almoite. Bethany Alvarado. Ilana Alvarez. Alejandro Alzate. Tiago Amorum. Pathompat Apanyuth. Maroon, row 3. Nelson Andino. Lynette Anel. Andrews, Angamarka. Lily, Antwi. Christina, Anuram, Anyawu. Folashaye, Araromi. Ugana, Asawabalam. Adiola, Ashimoolo. Carthamis, Auguste. Caitlin, Badia. Maroon, row 4. Nelly, Belisage. Ifiolua, Bamigbe. Pedro, Barandas. Gavin, Barrett. Ronald, Beal. Lavar, Badassi. Stacy, Ballinger. Arian, Benjamin. Lawrence, Bernal. Bruce Lee, Burton. Maroon, row 5. India, Best. Lady, Joanna, Betancourt, Parra. Iraline, Biename. Jasmine, Biggs. Stephanie, Bijou. Alexander, Biondi. Emiri, Blake. Zariah, Blake. Spencer, Boachi. Kweku, Botang. Maroon, row 6. Damon, Bogan. Jeremy, Fernando, Bonilla. Raquel, Borges. Deetra, Bowman. Jordan, Boyd. Robert, Bracy. Aaron, Brangman. Ivana, Brito. Joshua, Brito. Jordan, Brown. Maroon, row 7. Jalen, Bryant. Jaden, Burke. Rakaya, Burks. Wilfred, Catishon. Jessica, Caggiano. Terrell, Cannon. Laura Cardozo. Regina Clarice Carlos. Christopher Carmona. Ivan Carrasco. Maroon, row 8. Jalen Carter. Simone Casella. Michael Cassandra. Harold Fernando Castaño Gutierrez. Kyle Castillo. Yokiris Cedeno. Carl Celestin. Clovessa Celestin. Francisco Chacon Duran. Maroon, row 9. Isnardubi Sham. Christina Sharon. Jolie Chung. Dylan Chudzik. Julian Sid. Matthew Sid. Daniel Cintron. Yasmari Clark. Jefferson Leon Clarizier. Lukendi Clerval. Maroon, row 10. Autumn Coleman. Natalie Colantes. Kayla Collins. Braylon Cordero. Nicholas Correa. Quinn Constabile. Ashley Craig. Hallie Criollo. Livingston Cross. Michael Cross. Maroon, row 11. Haley Kroll. Jada Cruz. Noreen Dolly Cruz. Isabella Marie Cruz Diaz. Jason Kabuku. Justin Kabuku. Karen Cuesta. Jordan Curry. Daniela De Silva. Fatima Damir. Maroon, row 12. Angelina DePonte. Darylison DeRosa. Alex De Silva. Gabriel Da Silva. Vinicius De Almeida. Katarina Diutra. Joshua Deborah. Naomi Deborah. Ziana DeBrossi. Maroon, row 13. Sofia Marie Del Rosario. Xavier Del Toro. Andre De La Salas. Angelica De Stefano. Christina Destra. Lucas Diaz. Jocelyn Diaz. Julian Diaz. Isaiah Dickerson. Frank DiGirolamo. Maroon, row 14. Abigail Dizon. Natasha Dorsley. Dominique Douglas. Jessica Dos Santos. Anderson Duchesne. Celine Duncan. Colin Duncan. Gabriel Ron Dunca. Lucas Duque. Michael DeRugo. Maroon, row 15. Joshua Duvelson. Matthew D. Jalen Edie. Jakin Edmond. Joy Edwards. Youssef Albana. Ivane Ellerby. Chukwemeka Amezwa. Sephora Emmanuel. Christelle Emojin. Maroon, row 16. Mark, it's okay. Joy Inaho. Xavier Endara. Thomas Ng. Christina Ervelli. Natalie Escobar. Youssef Essa. Hunter Estevez. Jonathan Estevez. Cassandra Eugene. Alexander Evans Thiessen. Maroon, row 17. Annie Exie. Barbara Exelis. John Nicholas Fabular. Olade Fallet. Andrew Ryan Fausto. Jakai Fenner. Robert Fenimore. Beatriz Ferreira. Brittany Fields. Jaden Fletcher. Maroon, row 18. Ron Flood. Jeremy Fonseca. Rudy Fonseca. Christine Fortes. Zoe Foster. Felipe Franca. Warren Francis. Maurice Frazier. Alexander Frederick. Lauren Fritas. Maroon, row 19. Leah Freitas. Winchester Gabriel. Victoria Gaona. Haley Gary. Jesus Garcia. Natalie Garcia. Road Tana Gardere. Joelle Janeo. Melissa Georges. Bianca Georginas. Maroon, row 20. Perlene Geraldo. Gael Germain. Michael Germain. Dominic Giroldi. Isaiah Jesse. Savannah Gibbs. Sarah Gilbert. Dorian Gilmore Walker. Taylor Glover. Jordan Godby. Tyler Golson. Maroon row 21. Sebastian Gomez. Brandon Gomez. Idris Gomez Martinez. Alvin Gonzalez. Matthew Gonzalez. Tiana Gonzalez. Kayla Grant. Azaria Grantham. Justin Green. Elijah Green. Blessing Greenwood. Maroon row 22. Josiah Greer. Isabella Groff Tisa. Adam Gerby. Denzel Guillaume. Alejandra Hamilton. Ayana Hannibal May. Shakira Harris. Kalea Harris. Kayvon Harris. Maroon row 23. Tashira Harris. Mitzi Harrison. Devin Heath. Joshua Hernandez. Tiana Hernandez. Tristan Hernandez. Camilla Herrera. Kalani Hill. Jade Holmes. Noelle Hazel. Maroon row 24. Michael Hood. Innocent Huggins. Alec Lewis Hudson. Kathy Hyun. Michaela Hyatt. Jerry Idafine. Desmond Igbenosin. Michael Ianacho. Ifioma Ihoma. Igioma Ikwu. Maroon row 25. And 26 and 27 go together. Olasukanami Ilori. Imani Jackman. Jasmine Yara Robles. Victoria Yarosh. Cassius Javis. New Yorkie Jean. Alexis Jean Philippe. Ethan Jadone. Haley Jenkins. Maroon rows 26 and 27. Cassidy Jerome. Ashawn Johnson. Douglas Johnson. Xavier Johnson. Akila Jones. Atia Jones. Isaiah H. Jones. Isaiah C. Jones. Shania Jones. Gold, row 1. Nija Jordan. Jennifer Joseph. Lervins, Joseph. Maya, Joseph. Ramika, Joseph. Stenley, Joseph. Jasmine, Jourdain. Andrew, Kam. Mamadi, Kanti. Gold, row 2. Alfonso, Carney. Michael, Kima. Aristoteles, Lapas. Nazeth, Lara. Jacqueline, LaRose. Kai, Latouche. O'Leily, Lawal. Ryan, Lawrence. Michael, Lazogue. Jonte, Lassane. Gold, row 3. Matthew, Lescano. Anthony, Lima. Rui, Lopes. Stephanie, Lopez. Valen, Lewis. Mariah, Laura, Luca. Junior, Madrid, Enamorado. Gold, row 4. Joseph, Madrigal. Stephen, Madrigal. Alan, Magdangle. Priya, Maharaj. Ahmad, Mahmood. Brooke, Maynor. Naomi, Malcolm. Marquand, Malloy. Kaylee, Maloney. Ethan, Mann. Gold, row 5. Chrislyn, Margao. Caitlin, Marks. Tyler, Carrera, Marks. Ebony, Martin. Delcia, Martinez. Adam, Diego, Massoy. Kiam, Massey. Mykelti, Masters, Mitchell. Tavon, Mathurin. Elizabeth, Matos. Gold, row 6. Benson Mbugwa. John Mbugwa. Seja McLean. Nikita McKinnon. Dorian McPherson. Sebastian Mendez. Rachel Mendoza. Valerie Mendoza. Christasha Morand. Cassandra Maranuli. Gold, row 7. Michaela Michelle. Ariel Mills. Adam Mohammed. Douglas Montero. Kyle Montgomery. Kanaya Moore. Ronaya Moore. Stephanie Morado. Michael Maury. Grace Morinville. Gold, row 8. Tamira Morissette. Willems Mortimer. Tanea Mosley. Amira Mohammed. Anaya Mohammed. Victoria Munt. Micaiah Musa. Jovaline Narcissus. Angela Navarro. Gianna Negron. Gold, row 9. Jason Nguyen. Lee Hong Tran Nguyen. Mi Lei Nguyen. Chelsea Nukrain. Judian Nabedum. Caitlin Nobre. Christopher Noguera. Francis Nosike. Dana Nukachich. Robert Nunez. Gold, row 10. Chineme Wodili. Ryan Niamete. Nathaniel Odesanya. Chuka Okoye. Franklin Okoye. Faith Olayinka. Stephanie Oliva. Ogulua Olowatola. Moyasola Amole. Osarimen Destiny Amaruyi. Gold, row 11. Danny Honora. Alexis Oralo. Michaela Ordonez Ron. Jalissa Ortiz. Jahid Osias. Michael Achir Ajay. Kayla Owens. Joshua Owusu. Nanabonsu Owusu. Shani Oiko. Sinai Page. Gold, row 12. Fifi Paintsill. Felipe Pice. Lorraine May Panis. Madalena Paulello. Aryan Patel. Ravi Patel. Darcy Pedrosa. Liana Pereira. Andrew Perez. Samantha Perez. Gold, row 13. Christian Peterman. Cassandra Peterson. Christian Pierre. Miss Sterling Pierre. Christina Pierre Lewis. Leah Pinheiro. Gabriel Pizarro. Najee Pompolis. Elijah Powell Roberts. Gold, row 14. David Prada. Berveline Prevalon. Christian Price. Jordan Pulliam. Julian Puente. Amy Cazeda. Gabriel Quintos. Brandon Reselis. Andrew Ramos. Gold, row 15. Daniel Ramos. Lindsay Raphael. Jade Rawlinson. Najee Rawlinson. Wisley Raymond. Sebastian Renhifo. Caitlin Riccio. Nadlin Riche. Joseph Rivera. Gold, row 16. First or last? I'll figure it out. Maya Rivera. Jayshawn Robinson. Isabella Robledo. Corey Rodriguez. Sebastian Rodriguez. Stevens Rodriguez. Jade Rogers. Sophia Romero. Joseph Roque. Gold, row 17. Have it. Mark Rosero. You're good. Alyssa Ruiz. Avery Ryanis. Muriel Sanvilius. Zachary Samila. Stayon Samuels. Angel Sanabria Jaramillo. Abigail Sanchez. Nasim Sanchez. Nicholas Sanchez Rojas. Isabella Ribeiro. Gold, row 18. Khadija Sanko. Isabel Santana. Jose Santiago. Matthew Sarsfield. Valentina Chiavone. Emily Schroeder. Jason Scott. Lyric Scott. Shania Sewell. Joash Shade. Gold, row 19. Josiah Shade. Julia Shaw. Aziza Scherer. Joel Sadeko. Lennon Siguencia. Destiny Silas. Isaiah Silva. Lucas Silva. Maria Silva. Sabrina Silva. Gold, row 20. Alexa Silvera. Kayla Silverio. Matthew Silvestri. Michael Simoes. Taranpreet Singh. Donovan Smith. Victoria Smith. David Matthew Salone. Gabrielle South. Emmy Spiropoulos. Gold, row 21. Karen N. St. Clair, Jr. Dean Sterling. Safia Suban Khan. Bethany Ann Tamayo. Michelle Jaslyn Tan. Veronica Tara. Michael Tavares. Jalen Taylor. Alan Thevaraja. Corey Thomas. Gold, row 22. Taylor Thomas. Tio Tice. Antonio Torres. Kiara Torres. Schneider Toussaint. James Tran. Ryan Trin. Elizabeth Umizu. Cassidy Untaveros. Gold, row 23. Chidibem Uzoma Ubani. King Jr. Uzosike. Pedro Vale. Brandon Valencia. Monisha Valemont. Sebastian Van Auken. Alexavier Vargas. Jose Miguel Vargas. Virginia Vargas. Anthony Vaz. Gold, row 24. Three of them. Andre Velu. Kaya Isabel Velasco. Karen Velasquez. Adonisha Vertil. Deborah Victoria. Max Vilchis. Brianna Velasquez. Kyle Villegas. Christian Vincent. Gold, row 25. Allison Viquez Brennis. Amina Wadley. Malachi Walker. Christopher Walker. Skylar Walter. Alexa Watson. Amy Watson. Taylor Webb. Novalee Skylar Witt. Christopher Williams. And last but not least, gold rows 26 and 27. James Williams. Jared Williams. Kayla Willis. Deontay Wilson. Kamani Wint. Brianna Wardick. Donnie Worthington. Zanaya Wright. Brian Xavier. Chini Yanga. And Kevin Zhang. Give it up for the class of 2021.
Everyone stand and recognize the class of 2021. Board members, faculty, staff, parents, guests, the entire school community. I now present to you Union High School class of 2021.
They're screwed. Huh? No beach balls. Lead them out. Go ahead, go meet your friends. Right there. Well, I guess there goes the Parents and guests, please meet your graduates on our practice football field. Graduates, let's proceed to the practice football field. Bruce Lee. Congratulations.